Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing kind of a recipe for a Vietnamese type of egg that I used to eat when I was younger. My sisters used to make, but it's basically just egg. I can't remember how many I cracked in here, probably at least 12. I only do a few of the yolks, not all of them. That's how we normally do it to cut down on the cholesterol. And then we add in some different spices. You can pick and choose, but normally I do white pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt, black pepper, and the secret ingredient, which most people don't know about, is what's called fish sauce. You can get this at any Asian store, and you can buy whatever brand you want. And it sounds nasty, I guess. Some people aren't familiar with it, but it adds a little bit of the good flavor that you get. And this is what you get in some of the soups that you eat when you go to Vietnamese restaurants. You'll get this, some of this in your sauces. So you've had it before if you've ever eaten Vietnamese food. So, but this just added. You don't want to eat it straight, so I just want to warn you that you add it to different things to make sauces or foods because it's really salty. So you just add some of that in there. It all depends on how many eggs you use. And I'm the type of chef that I don't measure anything. It's all by feel. So sorry if I can't give you an exact amount. But for about 12 eggs, I'm probably putting in about a quarter cup of fish sauce. My estimation. Okay. You see it's in there. So now we add in our spices. A bit of the white pepper. Black pepper in there. Just a little bit of salt since fish sauce is already salty. We don't want too much extra salt. And then garlic powder. You can add other spices if you want. Different people do it differently. But the fish sauce is one of the main ingredients. And then the shrimp. You also have your shrimp, which we need to pulverize it. I need to watch my heat. Need to pulverize it. With the pounder here. This pounder is a little bit small for this purpose. I probably need one of the mallets. We don't have one of those, so I have to use this. So just getting it into little bits instead of whole shrimp. I guess you could put the whole shrimp in there, but the idea is to have it mostly in all areas of your eggs. So it's more like pulverized shrimp. And we'll pound it, and then we'll come back and cook up the egg here. It'll probably take a little bit, so we don't want to bore you with that. Okay, welcome back. We got the shrimp minced up kind of, and what I did, instead of the rounded end, I found out the flat end works much better when you're doing shrimp because shrimp's slippery. So we didn't have one of those mallets you can pound with, so I just used this and it does fine. So just a food for thought there. And so what we'll do is just, with all the seasoning we added already in the fish sauce, now we're going to add the shrimp into it, and then we whisk it up, and then we add it to the frying pan. This is a quick meal you can make. It goes really well with rice or any other type of vegetables if you just want vegetables or stuff you want to eat. So our rice steamer's got the rice going over there. So that's in there. And normally, when I was growing up, we added stuff like green onions in here and other types of veggies. You can even add regular onions, sweet onions. But since my son doesn't really like onions, I'm not adding it to this, but it's more somebody's going to add. And you can do your own version with cilantro if you want, whatever other kind of garnishments you want to put on inside of it. But we're just going to make it plain today. And mushrooms could be another item you could add. So. Whisk it in there really good, and then I use these whisk with the larger distance between them. We do have some that are thin because of the large pieces of shrimp. They get caught in there, it's harder to get out. once your pan heats up, kind of doing it at a medium heat. You don't want it too hot. Once it heats up, then you just add it in there. And basically, it cooks just like omelets. You just kind of in there, and then you can cut it up, let it flip easier, and then you just flip it over and let it cook the other side. And it's that simple. So once these cook up, we'll come back and show you what looks the final product. But basically, you're looking at probably Asian omelet, I guess you could call it. So we'll be right back. Okay, so basically I'm flipping it now, but see how there's a brown? It's the brown you want. You don't want it burnt, obviously, and you don't want it too light either, but put it on there. Like I said, I'm cooking on medium heat right now. And it's easier if I flip it in fours, obviously, because I have a huge spatula. It can get pretty messy. But good when it goes down the belly.
And it's something you can do if you have a lot of if you have chickens or you have a lot of eggs, right, and from your chickens.
As you can see, we did add some mushrooms to it. We had some fresh mushrooms that we went ahead and added to it. Our son will eat mushrooms. And once the other side browns up a little bit, then we just serve it up. Simple dish. And then the rice cooker, if those of you that cook rice, I would recommend getting some type of steamer instead of trying to cook rice in a pot. It's a lot easier. You can do it in a pot, but it just takes more work. You have to kind of really watch it close so it doesn't burn. Steamer is kind of pre-programmed already to cook the rice in here itself, so that you get consistent rice that's not too dry, not too mushy. And it all depends how much water you put on it too. So next time we make rice, we'll show you how we do it for a good consistency. But there's a certain amount of water you put in, and depending on whether you're cooking fried rice or you want just regular steamed rice, put more or less water. But it's really important to control that amount of water you put in these. Okay. And it's measured by your finger or your hand. That's how we do it. It's always how we've always done it. No matter the size of the pot, it's the same. It's kind of consistent. So we used to cook big rice cookers like that, but this big around at the restaurants, and it's always the same. You lay your hand down in there, and as long as it gets up to be a little bit over your knuckles, then you're good. Or you can put your finger in there and a little bit over your first knuckle.
Maybe you could do a video in the future. That might be a future video. Cooking rice.
So the egg is done. And we'll finish up the other batch since we made plenty. Make sure we have plenty for dinner. So this is an omelet that you can have more for like dinner or maybe even lunch. This type of egg here. And the little bit of brown stuff is pretty flavorful in itself, so we kind of put that in there. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope it helped y'all out. But like I said, we got more to cook, but basically that's the finished product. You add it with rice, and then just add whatever other things you want to eat with it. Some people eat it with kimchi, other types of vegetables, stir-fried vegetables. So you can do a lot of different things with this meal. But the basic concept is the egg, the fish sauce, and the shrimp, and some seasonings, some spices, and then your rice. We'll see you next time. Have a sunshiny day.